This Toyota has spent decades building a reputation as the undisputed leader in hybrid technology. From the moment the Prius reshaped the automotive landscape, the company positioned itself as the brand that understood efficiency better than anyone else. But recently, something has shifted. Quietly but unmistakably, Toyota has begun acknowledging limitations and challenges surrounding its widely used 2.5-liter hybrid system. This isn't a scandal or a failure in the traditional sense. It's something more nuanced and arguably more important. It's a confession that reveals how even the most refined hybrid systems face trade-offs, compromises, and evolving expectations in today's automotive world. If you're a buyer, enthusiast, or someone following the future of electrification, this is not something you can ignore. The 2.5 hybrid, Toyota's core powertrain. Toyota's 2.5-liter hybrid system has become the backbone of its modern lineup. You'll find it in vehicles like the Camry Hybrid, RAV4 Hybrid, Highlander Hybrid, and even newer models across global markets. It combines a naturally aspirated 2.5 or 4-cylinder engine with electric motors and a battery pack. Typically paired with an ECVT, electronic continuously variable transmission. On paper, it's nearly perfect. Strong fuel efficiency, proven reliability, smooth driving experience, lower emissions. For years, this system has been seen as the gold standard in hybrid engineering. Unlike plug-in hybrids or full EVs, it doesn't require charging infrastructure. It just works. And that simplicity has been a huge part of Toyota's success. But beneath that success, Toyota engineers have begun to admit something important. The system is not without compromises. The confession, efficiency comes at a cost. Toyota's hybrid philosophy has always prioritized efficiency above all else. And that's exactly where the first major admission comes in. Performance trade-offs. 1. Power versus efficiency balance. The 2.5 hybrid system is tuned primarily for fuel economy, not excitement. While combined horsepower figures may look respectable, real-world performance can feel underwhelming in certain situations. Experts point out acceleration can feel delayed due to ECVT behavior. Toyota engineers have indirectly acknowledged that pushing efficiency to its limits means sacrificing the kind of responsiveness modern drivers expect. This becomes especially noticeable when compared to turbocharged engines from competitors, which deliver immediate torque and a more engaging driving feel. 2. The ECVT reality. Toyota's ECVT is incredibly reliable, arguably one of the most durable transmission systems ever produced. But it also introduces a driving characteristic that, honestly, many people still dislike. The so-called rubber band effect remains a point of criticism. Engine revs spike before speed catches up. Driving feel can seem artificial. Lack of gear shifts reduces driver engagement. Toyota has improved this over the years with simulated gear steps and better tuning, but the fundamental nature of ECVT hasn't changed. Industry analysts suggest that Toyota knows this is a compromise. The ECVT is chosen not because it's the most exciting option, but because it's the most efficient and reliable. 3. Weight and complexity. Hybrid systems are inherently more complex than traditional gasoline engines. The 2.5 hybrid setup includes electric motors, power control units, battery packs, cooling systems. This adds weight and, weight affects handling, braking performance, and even tire wear. Toyota has worked hard to minimize these drawbacks, but experts note that hybrids still carry a penalty compared to lighter gasoline-only vehicles. In larger vehicles like SUVs, this weight becomes even more noticeable. The reliability question is still strong, but not untouchable. Toyota hybrids have long been considered bulletproof, and for the most part, that reputation still holds. However, recent discussions among engineers and analysts reveal that no system is completely immune to long-term challenges. Battery degradation. While Toyota's hybrid batteries are designed to last for years, they do degrade over time. Factors include climate conditions, driving habits, and charge cycles. Toyota's confidence in battery longevity is high, but experts acknowledge that replacement costs, while rare, can be significant. Cooling system demands. Hybrid systems rely heavily on thermal management. The battery, inverter, and motors all generate heat. So this brings us to some potential long-term concerns. Over time, you might notice cooling system wear, reduced efficiency if temperatures rise, and honestly a bit more maintenance complexity compared to traditional engines. Now, Toyota has definitely engineered some robust systems here, but with the added complexity, There are just more components that have to perform flawlessly as the years go by. There's always this question about real-world longevity versus what we expect. Toyota hybrids are still, among the most reliable vehicles out there. But, at the same time, expectations have risen dramatically. These days, consumers really expect more than 10 years of trouble-free operation, almost no performance drop, and super low maintenance costs, almost indefinitely. But experts have warned that, while Toyota gets pretty close, no hybrid system can completely escape the realities of mechanical and electrical wear. When it comes to fuel economy versus what you actually get in real-world driving, one of the biggest revelations with the 2.5 hybrid system is that there's a noticeable gap between the official fuel economy numbers and what people actually see day to day. Toyota hybrids actually excel when it comes to city driving. That's because frequent braking lets the system regenerate energy. But, honestly, the gasoline engine is still doing most of the work, and battery assistance becomes kind of limited. So, the fuel economy gains aren't always as dramatic as some might hope. Experts really emphasize that buyers expecting massive fuel savings in every situation might end up a bit disappointed. Driving style really matters here. The 2.5 hybrid really rewards smooth, conservative driving, while aggressive acceleration can reduce efficiency pretty significantly. This creates a subtle but important reality. Drivers must adapt to the system. The car doesn't fully adapt to aggressive drivers. Toyota has acknowledged this behavior in tuning decisions, reinforcing that the system is optimized for efficiency-minded users, not performance seekers. And, there's the shift toward electrification. Another key reason this confession matters is timing. The automotive industry is rapidly transitioning toward full electrification. Toyota has been cautious about going all in on EVs, choosing instead to refine hybrid systems like the 2.5. But now, even Toyota is signaling that hybrids are not the final destination. Hybrid as a transitional technology. Experts increasingly describe hybrids as a bridge. More efficient than gasoline, less complex than full EV adoption from a user perspective, but not a long-term solution for zero emissions. Toyota's continued investment in hybrids suggests they still see value, but their messaging is evolving. Competition is catching up. For years, Toyota dominated hybrid technology. That advantage is shrinking. Competitors are introducing more powerful hybrid systems, plug-in hybrids with longer electric ranges, fully electric vehicles with improved infrastructure support. This puts pressure on Toyota's 2.5 hybrid system, which now has to compete not just on efficiency, but on performance, refinement, and future relevance. So, why does this matter for buyers? Toyota's confession isn't a warning to avoid hybrids. It's a reality check. You should choose it if you prioritize reliability above all else. You drive mostly in urban environments. You want consistent,